We'll just,
Yo,
but
mine.
yeah, you know what I'm
So,
saying.
you
You
know,
know, he goes by the name
snap at
Christian.
Today we've got a superstar, Buffett. Ish. Let me introduce him the way I'd introduce myself. Buffett, we've got SK Original, guys. I'm talking about a person, the biggest artist right now to come out of South Africa, the biggest, youngest artist, the only South African artist to give his his art to Chris Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy has done some local artists and he's managed to give it to them. Buffett, let's give it up for SK Original.
No, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. And to my right or your left, we're talking about an A-class actor on the coming. We're talking about a person that has done ads for Adidas, Soviet, Strongbow, and Steers maybe. Did you do one for them? You didn't do nothing. Okay, yeah. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. So he goes by the name Christian. I knew Mr. Naka. Surname Sabanda. Welcome, brother, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, guys, whatever he said, it's true. Ntwana, thank you so much for coming, boy.
Always.
You know. So, Ntwana, I know you like, painting and, art is,
Here and there, yeah.
Here and there, yeah. I know it's your craft, boy. So I was like, you know what, ne? If SK is coming, we want to make this place feel like home. So we're like, okay, you know what? Let's have some canvas and some paint and let's paint while having the convo.
So like your home, because like we don't have this at home.
No, it's not our home.
Just like
it can't just be my home. Like for now, like today, at this moment, it's ours.
Our home.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you can
Don't say, when you tell people make yourself feel at home.
Then they do too much.
Fine, I open the fridge, braai 4 eggs of.
You see, what I want you to open is your imagination while we're painting.
Tobe.
No,
No, I saw these things,
What do you mean?
I saw the canvases.
You saw them?
Yeah, like you gave me canvases, so I saw the canvases.
Yeah, but I get it now. I must let people know that I'm giving them to you again.
Oh.
Yeah, now everyone.
But it was on my side, so.
Everyone is just gonna think he came with his own canvases.
That's crazy.
Because this is your stuff, guys. SK stuff than this. So today, I'm challenging him. I want to see.
You didn't want us to work on glass. Yeah, you didn't want us to
Imagine SK and I working on glass.
The poor microphone.
I'm actually cracking it. He's actually putting a face. Guys, if you guys look behind us, guys, just a moment of silence for such greatness, guys. SK did this, guys. Like, guys, this is so great, guys. I don't even have to tell you who this is. You guys should know who this is.
Maybe they can't see. Maybe there's a reflection on it. You might have to describe who that
Buffett, this is Java.
Yes.
The legend that is Java.
Tango.
Mfethu, Umncebo.
Yes.
Umama.
Yebo.
Buffett, Angsakra.
Always.
Boy, I love this Java, boy.
Yeah.
No. Boy, it's fine. Let's start our competition. Buffett,
Right.
you guys must have who does it the best.
So
I know this is his shit, but like I'm about to school him also.
okay, so you were saying here, well, what are we doing? Pele just gave me this thing.
You know what? What's gonna happen is that you're gonna paint anything that comes to your mind. Then at the end of the episode,
We're gonna
see-
reveal.
We'll do a young
review.
review to see who's got a better painting.
Imagination.
What you say? You taking that?
Yeah, but I don't work well from imagination.
So what do you want? You wanna paint someone in here?
Yeah, I wanna paint my biggest inspiration.
Who's that?
You'll see when I'm done.
Okay,
Sure.
I wanna see. He's gonna paint God.
John Cena.
I tell you to imagine it. I
I'm
know
gonna paint
SK.
John Cena and then do this.
Like you
Yeah.
can't see me.
Can't see. But yeah.
Don't know when did you make this?
When did I make what? It's Java. I did
the-
this earlier this year. Yeah. I had to,
Dog.
He deserved it.
I don't wanna lie, dog. Like I've always wondered, dog. Like
Yeah.
how do you do this, dog?
Boy, it's just like, our separate crafts, you take the time in doing something you love and then you just expand on it. So I started by drawing, same way as you started in front of the mirror. And now,
How do you know?
I know for a fact you started in front of a mirror. See, now you're out there in the camera, same way as I'm now broadening to glass art.
Dog, you do it so good, dog. You do it so good. You know what I've always wondered?
No.
Of course you're gonna say something. guys, I have conversations with SK all the time and I'm telling him something. Oh, Donna, you know what I was thinking? He's like, no. Fine. Boy, how did you get to the idea of crack glass, dog? Like, how do you take a face and put on glass? Like, how does it not crack completely? Like, out of order.
So for me to get to this point in terms of artistry, I started with drawing dragon ball Z
Oh.
came there.
Anyway.
Yeah, of course. And I didn't know Naruto back then, so I just know Dragon Ball Z. And then I started doing charcoal graphite. Lockdown hit, right? I was at school. I was in, I think, grade 12 by then. Yeah, so I was grown. It was 6 months. You lose your mind.
Lockdown was for creativity, boy.
And TikTok. But you know what I'm saying? So I was locked in, where I was like, there's nothing to do. The homework's at home, not homeworking. Imagine your teachers and you homework hours up. And you have to take us in.
Boy.
Like, you're like,
no demerits, no detention.
you know what I'm saying?
What's going to happen?
Like, you gotta lock me, man.
Oh.
Like, please, yo. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, from there, I advanced into drawing faces. By 2021, that's when I was like, I'm good at drawing. Now, that's when I'm good at drawing. Now I can meet the celebrities.
Yeah.
Now I can say, hi, here's my hardware.
Shit, and sound. Twana, I apologize for the unprofessionalism.
It's okay.
We
I
had
deal with
load
you every
shedding.
day.
It switched off, but now it's on.
Stage 2.
We turned it on. So you're talking about when you said that when you were ready and felt ready that okay, no, it's time to meet celebrities. How did that come about, boy?
So yeah, in 2021, and I was like, yeah, now I'm good now. Like I can draw, you know.
Yeah.
Then I can't say it was entirely my idea to meet celebrities. I wanted to, I just didn't know how, you know, because this thing of meeting them on like online, you just tagging them, you'll get a young fire emoji,
Then that's it.
a young yo, Ntwana, this is dope, and you appreciate it, you know. Not that I don't appreciate it. That's pretty fire, but I want to take it further. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there's an opportunity to meet them at this one gig.
Okay.
Like a celebrity, you know. Guess who my first celebrity was?
Who was it, boy?
Gabza.
Live.
On the highest level. So fine, eh? So my opportunity shop, I get to meet him, né? The guy's like, he's gonna supply me with tickets to go and see him. You know what I'm saying?
Did he say that?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Right.
Yeah.
So fine, fading, eh? I'm like, okay, cool, let's do it. I already operated cabs. I'm trying to do other people also. You know what I'm saying? Fine. Then, me and Keith, Keith, my manager, we pull up to the gig. We go there. Now we don't have tickets beforehand. You know what I'm saying? We have to get them from the guy, and it's very packed there. The outside, the line. The line is full of students, but it goes. It's like Capitec on steroids.
Now you guys are making it longer.
Yeah, it's like the Sasa one when there were 350s at the postnet.
Boy.
Post office. Yo, boy, it was bad.
Those ones, boy, Home Affairs.
Boy, it was
nothing on
bad.
them,
So we're
boy.
calling the brew, yo, skip the tickets, whatever, at the gate. He's like, yeah, I'm coming. Boy, I think I don't know if it's 4 hours or something, but we waited.
4 hours?
Yeah, dog, we got to Groove at early, boy, like I think 7. We got getting over 11. Bruh.
Was it worth it though?
Huh?
Was it worth it?
It was. Let me tell you how. So Keith is like, you know what? Let's buy tickets. Let's get in. He's buying the tickets. Already Keith is a sponsor, yeah. If he says, hey, chief, you're going home alone, you're walking, hey, bro, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he's there sponsoring. He's like, let's go in. I'm like, okay, fair. We go in. He buys the tickets, everything. I'm already bummed out, boy, because like this guy, there's no way he's coming. There's no way he's coming. I'm already tired. I'm bummed, bro. So fine, he comes up with this idea, dog, let's hold the artworks like this, like in the sky, like this. Like, let's just hold it in the crowd. Hopefully we'll get through. We do this. Bro, the whole community was so supportive. Yeah, that's the right word. Supportive. The audience. The people in the crowd. The crowd was supportive. So they opened a way for me to, take the artwork like this, going forward with it. And then, yeah.
Did they not think it was alcohol, like the bottle?
No, not like the bottle girls. We're not dancing, we're just walking, my brother. So we held it up and we went straight through, Gabza was playing at that time. Uncle Vinny's on the stage also controlling crowd. You know what I'm saying? No. He was there. I just don't know in what capacity. He was there.
Okay.
Yes. So fine. Gabza sees me. Who's this? Vinny sees me,
He calls
come through. They open the boundary. I go through. We're operating. Man, that night went so bad to good because we went there feeling excited that we're gonna make this happen. We get there, your energy levels are just down because like you're just bummed out. Exactly, you're just bummed out, to the extent where it's like now where we're at is I went from general past VIP, went straight to the van.
Shoot.
Went backstage, then van.
Would you say that was the first time you felt seen?
Felt seen. I mean, when you occasionally get good grades And then your parents are like, wanna go very kile, ne? But this is on a higher scale now.
Yeah,
you know?
as a
This is
creative.
for your work, like
Yeah.
other than the maths mark.
Yeah.
But this is now for your work, and you're like, hey, this is cool.
Hey, in school?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
like,
no,
we
me
were
and you are the same. We're the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That level 2
But
used to
that's
get.
not dumb, ne? We're not.
Hmm?
Eh? Okay.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where it's nice to feel seen for something that you feel
Love.
like you're doing for
That's
out
your
of passion.
Passion, yeah.
Passion.
Yeah,
Not like
yeah, true.
academics is not passion for most. I mean, not the people I know.
Not for everyone, not for us.
Yeah, it's more like you need to do this for the better of your,
So
of your
Donna,
life.
like hearing your story, dog, I think in some way that motivated you to go on, right?
Yeah, of course.
Because I mean, how is life gonna turn out if
If
not
I
even
just-
life, your mental, if you didn't manage, if you guys stayed in general day, what was gonna happen? Like
Oh boy,
in terms of your motivation.
might have been an alcoholic right now. You never know.
Shit.
You know the butterfly effect. You never know.
Ish.
It was gonna be tough. It was gonna be really tough. I mean, imagine things are not aligning at all. Like these things, that event, that day, it aligned in a way that I could have never seen.
That was God, boy.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was
divine
God.
intervention. Things like that.
That was God.
You know what I'm saying?
You mentioned that you started in general, then you guys moved to VIP.
My man, we started in the line.
In the line,
Oh, you're playing
boy.
that line. Yo.
And that time you came.
Line like that,
I
I'm
was
going
on,
home.
boy.
So today, if I see a line like that, I'm going home.
Shit. But that day, boy, there was fire inside you.
I mean, when I was outside, yes. When I was inside, boy, yo, it was smoke. It
was
was bad.
smoke.
It was smoke, boy. It was bad. It was bad.
Hey, boy. I know, dog. Like, I don't know. Being an artist is quite difficult. I don't want to call it difficult, but it's
It has its
it's
challenges.
competitive, boy.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
mean,
guess it can be.
We spoke about the first time you felt seen as a creative,
Okay.
like that validation. Then is there a time where you felt like, underlooked?
Underlooked.
Yeah, like,
I mean-
Garabaunyata.
Maybe orbanyata, but
Uh.
like, when you do something the same way for a long time and it's not moving, let's say maybe you do your drawings and you post and whatever, it's not doing much for your growth as you feel.
Algorithm wise or what? Like
Maybe
views?
not. I don't want to blame algorithm for anything, but like whatever you're doing, it's not catching eyes or it's not catching appreciation. And now you want to do it differently. Like that's the form of, let's say, overlooked I might have felt.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
now my response to that is like, let me change how maybe I post. Let me change, try and change the demographic.
It made you question things.
Yeah, you have to question and then also act on what you're questioning.
True.
You know
true,
what I'm
true.
saying? Like, at what point did you break in your acting? Like, hey, Bambara, I know you're suffer.
Yeah, you know,
I
man.
know
you know the struggle.
You are suffering.
So wait, what are you asking me? Like,
You've been overlooked at some point, right?
yeah,
And then you found a point where, now, hey,
yeah.
you can breathe. You can show them at home something.
Yeah,
now.
true. Yo, I like that you said you can show them
Show
at home.
at home
'Cause
something.
That's why we do it at the end of the day.
Bruh.
As much as we do it for ourselves,
Bruh.
also,
It's a.
we want to show the parents that,
Dude,
we're
it's-
actually doing
it's not
something
easy.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Boy, I don't know, man. I don't know what was the first one, boy. I think it was Soviet, boy.
Soviet, eh?
Yeah, it wasn't what my parents wanted to see, ne? But to me, it was the biggest thing ever.
In what way? Like they didn't want to see you just wear clothes.
Yeah, my parents wanted to see me on TV, dog. They're like, okay.
Not a billboard. Not a WhatsApp ad.
Nah, they were not thinking billboards.
They didn't want to see you on an Insta
Because
ad.
when I spoke to them, I told them, guys, I wanna do acting. They're like, okay.
They're like, oh, acting. Oh, okay.
Exactly,
Ah,
then-
jiggy jiggy, you're wearing clothes.
Wabon.
Ish.
Exactly, boy. So to me, it was like a huge achievement. But to
Breaking,
them, it was like a sign that, okay, you know what?
It's
There's
a
a
step.
path,
There's
it's one step.
Yes,
The second one will appear.
yes.
Wabon.
I understand
Yeah,
that.
boy. And just a bunch of auditions, just doing that. And boy, it was hectic, boy.
Yo, my man, I can imagine that. Like, hey,
Boy.
it's not easy out here.
It's not,
It's
boy.
not easy.
And
Working is-
people look at your work sometimes and be like, hey, it looks cool, but they don't know the struggle that goes into that,
Bro.
into that creativity and
Bro.
stuff.
If only they knew.
Don't know how many hours do you take on one art piece?
Bro, I can take a week or half a week.
A week.
Yeah, or half a week. It depends. It really depends on the details of a person.
Then they buy it in 30 minutes.
They buy it in 30 minutes.
mm.
Oh, 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, less time. Okay,
We
okay.
get there, we operate.
Yeah. So how do you decide which artist you're gonna paint next? Not paint,
It's kind of simple.
crack. Dog, what term do I use, dog? Which
Crack.
artist
I
you're
don't
gonna
know.
crack next?
I don't know. Crack.
Do?
So
Yeah.
it's actually pretty simple when I think about it because I have the flex of saying I've met my playlist. So basically, if
Ooh,
I
ooh,
listen
yeah,
to you,
say that
you know what I'm
again. Say
saying?
that again.
Yeah, I met my playlist. You know what I'm saying?
He said he met his playlist. That's dope.
So if I listen to you, I'm most likely going to, this is personal for me. That's what makes me even more excited to do it because I listen to you. Like I enjoy your stuff. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I enjoy the output that you give, and like I receive that so well. I feel like this guy needs to be appreciated. You know what I'm saying?
True. So it's
Or
a form
this-
of appreciation, right?
to some
Thank
extent,
you.
yeah. You
That's beautiful.
know what I'm saying?
So, boy, like, you've given all these artists all these, art pieces and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When do you feel like, okay, I feel like now I'm him. I'm stepping into that, because you're not the same person you were when you started. Let's be honest.
Yeah, true.
Not in a negative manner, but just things change, boy. Like the way you view your perspective. There's
Mm-hmm.
an identity shift, nyana, boy. Like after, achieving so much, boy. You're like, yeah. When did you feel like, yeah, boy? After this, I felt like, something is, changed in me.
You'll get a lot of people saying, "Hey, boy, you're working, you're pushing,"
Yeah.
but you don't feel it.
Yeah.
Because job not done. You know what I'm saying? You
Yep.
don't feel it, but you feel like job not done. But when you can see what you've done physically, your parents are not lying when they say, "Bruh, that money, buy something you can look at."
True.
You know what I'm saying? Keep buying clothes, you'll see what happens to your mental health. But like if you just keep spending on things that like come and go, then So when I moved out, I felt that. I was like,
Yeah, that's a big shift, bro.
when I got the car, I was like, yeah.
Grootman level now.
Because what was so cool about all of that, I did it only with art.
Ish.
Only with art.
That's inspiring,
Yeah,
bro.
only with art. Like I didn't do forex. I didn't have properties. I didn't own shit.
With your craft, your
No
passion.
dice. Yeah.
Shit.
It was pretty rewarding.
Then in terms of validation, but I heard you talking that ish. Sometimes you get the external validation that people are telling you, "Yo, boy, you're working so hard," but internally you feel like you're not doing enough.
Validation's a really tricky thing. It works into like how you see what you're doing, how you see yourself. So it's more like it's harder to receive what other people say if you don't see it yourself.
True. Yeah.
So it has to come from you first.
How do you do that though?
I mean, you
Do
work.
you just sit down and be like, "I'm good"?
I think if you count your blessings. So if remember
Gratitude.
the song, the song "Count Your Many Blessings," sing them one by one. You'll see.
Is that nice to see?
No,
Okay.
I think it's a Bible type of.
Oh, a verse.
Yeah, no, not a verse, a Bible song. Like when you're a kid.
It's called gospel.
That word. So you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where I had to sit down and I had a checklist.
And guys, he takes me to church. Just saying.
Yeah, I have to drag him. Yeah. So I had like a checklist of things that I wanted accomplished, and I completely forgot about it after a while. And then when I went back to it, like I think last year, I saw that, oh man, I did this. That's when you can see and be like, hey,
you ticked it off.
Yeah, I was ticking them off same time because I did so many things. And I wasn't ticking them off as I was doing them. I did it in bulk when I saw that, oh, I did this already.
Shoot.
So it was cool. That's where my self-validation came in. When I could see that, no.
You're actually working.
I'm working here.
But you don't feel empty now after ticking off all those things?
No. You add more.
Oh.
You add
How
more.
do you add more?
I get bored easily. Imagine I had nothing to add there. I must add more, my brother.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Then wait, how the people around you also, how do they see your success, boy? Like, are they proud of you or, like, what's their reaction?
Yeah, I mean, one of the most people that are proud of you are the people that probably grew with you.
Yeah.
That
saw you from the
when
start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people online will see you where you're at, but
Yep.
they didn't know,
where you started and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Kanantona, how did you start, boy?
What was the thing? Oh, my mother. Let me
Ooh,
explain.
let's talk
so
about
Mama
that.
Zala used to have this thing of, it's like an extracurricular activity where she'll take a drawing book, do the outlines from that, put on a cloth, and I'll have to paint in the lines.
Oh, shoot.
So she could do it over and
Your
over.
mom taught you that?
She didn't teach me that. She did that so I can paint in.
Oh,
The drawing
just paint-
stuff, I'll see it on my
paint
own.
into the
Yeah.
things. Oh,
yeah.
okay, okay.
The drawing stuff, I had to see it on my own at the back of my
Oh,
books.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But she planted that seed
Yeah, she planted that seed.
in her
for it to-
seed.
Wow. Yeah, for it to grow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's many seeds here.
Yeah, I count 6. But
Yeah.
oh, shit.
And then when it comes for you, for self-validation, obviously I have my own look on it. How do you feel like it comes? Like, how do you sit down and say, hey, I'm valid, I worked here. This is me.
Yo. Boy, I don't know, man. It's quite, it's crazy, dog. I've never seen any of my work.
You've never seen any audio? What?
On my own.
Even the one you posted?
Yeah, it's always like sent to me. But I've never actually like, first hand seen it on TV on my own.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Well, you
like,
don't have a TV.
And not even like on your phone, yeah, boy.
Look at your algorithm.
Boy. Not even possible that everyone around you can see your work, but not you. That's always my challenge. How many times though? How much work?
Okay, fine. That means you must work hard.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Job's not done.
You're not the same acting.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand the phrase, but as I'm growing, I'm starting to understand. They say that you're only as good as your last job.
You're only as good as your last job.
That's an acting phrase they use a lot.
So
you're only as good as your last job.
It's more like a phrase to make you work better each time.
Yeah.
Okay.
That people will only remember you based on your last role. Yeah.
And then how do you feel if you're working on something that you can't be forgotten from? Like
imagine typecasting.
Imagine people that worked in soap for in soapies. Like Movango, Generations, all of that.
Yeah.
Doesn't it get to a point where if you see them anywhere else, you can only think of that, and it kind of removes the character they are trying to build here.
Exactly.
Because of the character you thought of there.
It's quite dangerous also, even for their career. It's called typecasting.
Timecasting.
No, typecasting.
Typecasting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's, for example, if you're used to playing some probably
gangster roles,
gangster roles, and you play one so good that people can't seem to forget about it. In the next 20 years or your next roles, directors and producers are going to want to put you in a role like that.
Oh, because
you
now
played
there's no
it
growth.
so well.
It's like
and now you're limited, and it's very difficult to shake it off.
Would you say that's like the Kevin Hart thing, like where he has
Comedy.
been so funny, but your fatherhood was good?
Exactly. But you know what I realize about Hollywood?
Yeah.
Actors have niches there.
Yeah.
If an actor decides I'm gonna be a what you call this action movie, an action.
He has
actor,
his own cult.
He's gonna do that, like Tom Cruise. You've never
Yeah.
seen Tom Cruise in a what you call this?
In a love story.
Yeah, in a love story. Okay, they are there, but like they're old. But we know him for action. If you see Kevin Hart, you know a few sad movies, but mostly what comedy. But here our market is not as big. So it's quite limiting also.
When you speak of typecasting, it's like it reminds me of how my granny till today, even in her passing, she hasn't forgiven Lelo Mtiani. What she did to Kwaito.
Wow.
Like still today, she held that grudge. Like
yo,
it's
that's
crazy.
not the first time I've heard that.
She hasn't forgiven her.
There was a time when they were beating up actors in the mall, though, because people didn't understand that. Hey,
like,
dog, this is not real, guys.
Does it become that you're acting that good?
Boy,
is that what it's seen as? Like your acting is so good that
you know what I believe? I believe that if it evokes emotion in the audience,
it's great.
It's great. If I play a character right now and you hate the character, it means I'm playing it good.
Okay, cool. But at what cost?
Anton, this is for our craft, dog. We make a lot of sacrifices, dog. A lot.
Including your health, because I mean, at this time they're mooring you in the mall.
Yeah. This is why we should, not just go outside.
Nah.
People should stay in the house.
That's why they invented Checker 16 for people like you.
Exactly. Like, how many times you see me outside? Not so much. Yeah. I'll answer that for you. Yeah. So, Donna, do you take breaks?
Breaks. Yeah, I'm trying to take them more and more often now.
Really?
In Jersey. Yeah.
So
I'll take social breaks.
What was happening? Seems like were you crashing out or something?
Hey, bro, I crash out when the pressure gets heavy.
I
love pressure, man. Don't get me wrong. Pressure, love it. Like, more work, more fun. Like, you guys will draw me for a month. You know what I'm saying? So, it gets to a point where, don't forget, if I'm doing something out of my own capacity, let's say maybe celebrities or whatever, it mainly sometimes is images I chose or things that I got excited to do. When you have a client requesting a certain thing from you, it's like, let's say you're not doing your own advert at home. You have all the energy in the world to act your own thing, your own scenes at home or whatever. But now when you're on set, the director will tell you to do that thing 30 times. You know what I'm saying? Your mental health. So with me in my own way, it's like I'll be chilling, I do this artwork, and maybe I don't agree with the image, but it's the only one I'm provided. I have to work with this. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's blurry or
you have to work around
the orientation, like maybe the you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the filters on the, like I could get an image and it has like a Snapchat filter on it. The person doesn't have a scar, that's nothing. It's just smooth. You know what I'm saying? And it's very hard to work with that. So it's kind of mentally taxing because now you're just, You're working on demand.
Yeah.
So you have to take breaks from working on demand to work on something that you. So I don't take break from working. I take breaks from working, let's say, on clients. You know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever put it out there that guys know I can't take in any?
Yeah.
You lie.
Life.
You actually put things on a pause and be like, guys,
Yeah.
I'm not taking in any
I mean,
quotations
yeah,
and
yeah.
all
I mean,
that.
I wouldn't, let's say, announce it, but I'll just message them. So I'll let them know either you'll have to wait for it till here, or I just can't take it right now. Like, so you want an artwork now. But if you say you want it next week, I'll tell you, bruh, hey,
There's a lot.
it's
Hey,
too
boy,
much.
you take your mental health seriously, boy.
Yeah, I have to take it even more serious.
Hey, that's crazy,
You
dog.
know, especially coming to Jersey. I mean,
Yeah.
Polokwane, I don't want to say there's nothing. There's a lot to do there. There's a lot of things there, right? But
Yeah.
it's easier to be, in a way, kind of more focused when I think about it.
True.
When you're in Gauteng, it's easier to operate.
It's just
Make things happen now.
Yeah,
You're up and down.
It's a fast
yeah.
life, boy.
You're moving everywhere. And
Yeah.
and necessarily, I understand that now they don't mean fast life in terms of nightlife. It's fast in terms of anything can happen now. An opportunity happens now. This happens now. You could sit and depending on what you're working on, you have to fly somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But when you're in Polokwane, well, for me, I'd feel more focused on just working. You know, just locking myself in work.
I think I have a word for what you're saying.
What
I
is it?
think what you're trying to say is that Polokwane's got more of the quiet grinding. Then Joburg, it's like you have to be
Oh, you have to be out and
the
about.
loud
You
hustle
have to
grind.
be,
you know?
yes.
Yeah, I got what you're
Yes.
saying, boy.
You have to be out and about.
Yeah. So how do you put that into social media, dog? Because I feel like once you go quiet, social media has a big hand in what you do, right?
Yes. It
Yeah, and I
does.
feel like
A
once
huge
you
hand.
go too quiet, boy, it's like, boy, doesn't that mess around with your engagement and stuff? Because
Well, yeah, it's kind of weird because with social media, you rely on what's that word? You rely on algorithms and all
Yeah.
that. So you have to be as active as possible. But what I've found is I do have like quite a good supporting. That if I come back, I might just come back with a bang. I'll still get my motion.
Yeah.
You know, but it's hard to chase motion. Can you
shout out
imagine?
to everyone supporting SK.
Yo.
Ish.
So imagine chasing motion.
Ish.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd rather catch the train than run after it.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, boy. Hey, you're alive, my brother. Ish.
Hey.
But dog, I'm not gonna lie, dog. I said something to him. So SK with like he took me somewhere. Ish, guys, my fear too. SK took me somewhere. I'm not gonna mention where, but it was a very good place. And we're sitting on the couch. I don't know what I was doing. I think I was watching something. And I was like, Ndona, you know what I call you? Then he's like, what? He answers, he's very nonchalant. I say, like, what? I'm like, I call you George of the Jungle. And he looks at me, he's like, what? I'm like, Ndona, it's because SK's got the ability to. Okay, let me explain the George of the Jungle.
The jungle
part.
vine, yeah, because you call me before they think you're calling me a vine swinger.
I'm not. That's not what I'm calling him,
Yeah.
guys. George of the Jungle jumped from like one branch onto
the
a new
other.
one. You know, letting go of the old ones and going forward, also managing to go forward. And I was telling SK, I'm like, that's the same thing you do in terms of your craft. You're always leaving. He knows when it's time to let go of a. I don't want to call it a trend, but of a creative idea. So he could start right now with planks and be like, okay, cool. I've done the planks, they were successful. It's time to let it go onto the next big idea. Then he jumps onto the next big idea and he manages to cultivate it in such a successful way. Hence,
Thank
George
you.
of the Jungle.
Thank you.
Oh, no, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're very
Thank
welcome.
You. That I could tell that moment you made it up in the moment. When you told me that, I was
Yeah.
like, huh.
No, I was thinking about it. I'm like, hey, this nigga. Cartoons are not for nothing, chief. I know we watch cartoons, but you know we think
Hey,
about
brother.
it. That, hey, man.
Yeah,
hey.
but hey, man, I try to keep it moving. You know,
What do you think keeps you afloat, boy?
not getting where I need to be. I feel like I'll be much more comfortable if I was a millionaire. So I'd rather use the grind of not being one.
Yeah.
You know, till the point I can be comfortable.
True. But I mean, in terms of your art,
Yeah.
you know how they say our industry is quite unpredictable. Like tomorrow you could be hot, then hey, next thing you know you're cold. What do you think keeps you? Hey, Donna, you've been hot, but my brother, you've been. It's like
Think about it like this.
Hey, you know a coal train?
A cold what?
A coal train.
Cold train.
Yeah, you know trains in the past they used to put coal in them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Don, it's like God keeps on putting coal in you, boy. He's just there with a shovel. Hard, boy.
What I try to do, like, there's many visual artists out there.
Yeah.
There's many people who draw.
Yep.
You know, think about the people that like draw, especially in Jersey. Oh, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's
boy.
a lot. There's a lot.
It's a lot.
I didn't know. It's not that my market, like what I do, it's saturated in terms of how many people do it. But I feel like I know it's saturated from the inside, but people don't know that.
Yeah.
You don't know too many visual artists.
Exactly.
It became my thing of, okay, how do I get in your eye more and more? How do I make you think drawings and you think of me? When you think of a drawing, you
How
think
do I
of me.
become more
Yeah.
marketable?
How do you, yes, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I try and stay in your face as much as I can in terms of what I do.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of hard to ignore. That's what I'm working on, you know. So the drive to work even more, like I say, it's not being there yet, you know. And also, there's just a lot you're working against in terms of you will be acting, but you're auditioning with 1,000 other people.
Yo, boy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in my own way, I'm trying to break your attention from a lot and narrow it here as much as I can. And
Boy,
have
you're dealing with attention spans, boy. Concentration spans, though.
exactly online. That's the thing. You
So
know,
we're talking millions here.
That's the thing, right? I don't have the luxury of being in a gallery.
Okay.
Or being.
Gee, is that something you want to get into?
Yeah, I'd like to get into
Okay,
that at some
dope,
point.
dope.
You know, I don't have the luxury of being in a gallery, exhibiting anywhere I want. You know what I'm saying? So people like that, they don't really thrive on social media because they're known.
Yeah,
the
we know where
ground.
to find them.
They're known on the ground. You know, you go to by Melrose Arc, you'll find Esther Matlangu's, Dr. Esther Matlangu's work there.
Yes.
You know where you go to
Yeah,
find
to
what.
find these
You know what I'm
places.
saying? And also word of mouth from things like that. I just have to stay on the internet as much as I can. That's how I was moving. You know, I have to make sure that I get 1 million people walking into my room.
Ish.
You know,
So how
That's-
do you mentioned you have to get 1,000 people walking into your room. How do you now separate, your personal brand? No, sorry, not even your personal brand. Okay, yeah, your personal brand from SK. How do you separate the two?
my personal brand from SK.
Yeah, from SK Original. SK Original is a brand of its own, right?
Yeah.
That represents all your creativity.
Yeah.
Then there's you, like, Sunny.
Yeah.
How do you now, separate the two?
I still do normal stuff.
Ish.
You know, like I'll still see my homies.
Yeah.
You know, chill, make a bride.
Are you balancing that, boys? Because you're very busy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo.
Yeah, guys.
And that's the worst part. You're busy, but the world doesn't revolve around. You're not the only busy person. Like I'm dealing with other people that are busy.
Yes.
Also. So when I'm free,
Yeah.
hey boy, Hardy, this is you. Boy, Hardy, boy, medicine now. I can't take it right now. That fish, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not only balancing alone here, I'm balancing other people, but I just make sure I focus on the SK brand because my brand or me is personal. You know?
Yeah.
It just stays there. Like, I just have to mental health proper.
True.
Thinking proper.
To go for therapy.
No.
Oh.
Do you?
That's confidential.
I don't go for therapy, but I do find something therapeutic.
Like what?
Working. So I'll work even more on artists. Remember, I said I'll take a break on working on, let's say, client work and work on my own stuff. That I'd find therapeutic.
Is that the only thing you find therapy in?
Social interactions with the right people.
Okay.
You know, like I'll just come to your house, boy, I'll chill, eat your food. It's kind of therapeutic, interacting with other people.
He never cooks for me.
There's something
Just gonna say
fulfilling about opening another person's fridge. And you look at yours and you just sigh. Sometimes you must see yogurt, sometimes you must see cheese.
You must
boy.
see Danone.
You must see
there.
that.
Danone level.
yeah.
No, I got what you're saying,
Yeah.
boy. Nah, dog, it sounds like you've got like a really great balance, boy.
I try to.
Yeah.
Would you say you have a great balance?
Boy,
Because
nah.
you find you crash out. One man, hey, you see.
I know, boy, I'm not gonna lie to you. You see me, dog. I don't know, dog. There's just something about people that are quite obsessive
Our
in
people.
their craft. Eh?
Our people.
There's something
No,
about
come on with it. Yeah.
there's something about people that are quite excessive in their craft, boy. They're
Okay.
workaholics, boy.
You have to.
Yeah, I
It's
don't wanna
not-
lie, dog. I'm a workaholic, and I've seen that in you too. I
Amen.
don't think I have normal friends, dog. All of you guys are crazy, dog.
Hey, my brother, crazy attracts crazy.
Ne.
Or red flag,
Yeah, great minds think alike. Ne.
to some extent.
Ish, boy.
You know.
Yo. Boy, have you ever felt like, ish, outside of all the, escalades and stuff, have you ever felt like, ish, boy, people keep on hyping me up and telling me, I'm doing so good, but it doesn't feel like, all this, I deserve all the success. Like,
Yeah,
imposter
I mean,
syndrome.
it's again with the self-validation chat. It's
Shit.
hard to see it if you don't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Like-
do you fight that, dog?
I work towards what they're saying. They're building a legacy I must live up to. Have you ever gone to sports scene and they give you a size above and because you're still young, they're like,
You grow in
you'll
it.
grow into it. Now I must grow into it.
Yeah, true.
You don't know where your foot will stop.
True.
They're giving you a size 11 here.
I think that's a dope way of fighting it.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
but Donna, sometimes you just feel like you don't belong, boy.
You don't belong, nah?
Yeah, dog.
Fake
Like
it
you're in
till
a
you
space
make
and you're surrounded by all the celebrities, boy. You know.
There's a reason, Yana,
Eh.
why you're here. Even if you're not supposed to be there now, but there's a reason. There's a way you got there.
Yeah.
You know, that's something you must just work around. Like,
Why would
maybe-
God give you something you're not ready for?
Exactly. You don't feel like the best, but you're auditioning with people that were in Scandal. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
You know, there's a reason you're here. Maybe you'll lose, but
Yeah.
you understand
So
where
so
you're.
long you were there,
We
you
gotta
got the
die.
experience.
Exactly.
I like that, boy. I like that.
Yeah.
But I feel too, SK can be a motivational speaker, boy.
Nah.
Once in a while.
A demotivational speaker, yeah.
First, he laughs at me. After he's done laughing, he's like, no, Marantwana, listen here. Like, you know, this situation is not as bad as you think. Just do this. His advice...
I like to tell people, what lalo kamarasing on you.
That's motivation and demotivation.
I'm a demotivational speaker.
Eish.
But yeah, it's just simply that the thing you want to solve,
Yeah.
you must give it time. It's not going to happen now.
Overnight, boy.
It's not an overnight thing. You're trying to solve things, you want them to happen
And
now.
much of us in our generation think, you know, success comes overnight.
Overnight.
Yeah,
That's
we don't wanna
because we
work
post
hard.
things overnight.
Exactly.
People, especially let's say influencers, they'll post the outcome of an ad campaign, you know? Like, let's say you will post the things you've done with Adidas. But
Okay.
they don't know that out of 8 pictures, you took 1,000.
1,000.
And when you were sweating, they had to redo your makeup.
It goes up to doing the work versus being seen doing the work.
Exactly.
Yo,
You know what I'm
yo,
saying?
yo,
So that's
yo,
where the
yo.
overnight mentality comes from. Because you see that and you're like, hey, it just happened to him. I want that too.
Do you think it's a fight for clout versus credibility?
How would you differentiate the clout versus credibility?
I think the clout part comes when we just want to show the outcome and not the hard work that goes into actually. Dog, let me put it this way. A lot of people are jealous of what you have, but not how you got it. And I think that's what social media does as a whole. Like,
yeah,
people are
no one's
jealous
going to be jealous of the hard work.
because you don't post yourself going to work every morning.
Yeah, no one's going to be jealous of the people
Exactly.
that built the building. They're
Exactly.
just-
But I
yeah.
feel like people miss up on that. They you know, because you just post a car. People are like, Ish, Antonalina,
Hey,
I
we
also
berekile,
want it.
Ntwana,
Then
even me, I
overrekile.
want.
Exactly. Then most people will tend to be jealous of what you have, but not, you know, how you got
How
it.
you got it,
Yeah,
yeah.
they don't know how much sweat went into making you. You take a week
How many
to make this
credit
thing, dog.
checks? How many, you know?
How many times you get cut, bro?
Or with the glass?
Yeah.
Yo.
Listen to that.
Yeah.
Even I got cut the other time carrying it.
Yo,
Guys,
even Keith gets cut.
I wish I
you
could
know?
show you. I got like 6 stitches and shit. But you won't see it properly, but it's right.
It's always you with the drama. It's always you with the drama. But yeah, you know,
Then in terms of that, since you work more on social media, how do you know when it's time to like speak on your wins?
speak on my wins.
Because sometimes we overshare, boy.
Yeah.
Like
oh,
as,
no.
as human beings, we overshare. You know, we're
Right.
like, ish, where we supposed
Every
to.
now and then
Uh.
on the story, just, you know, 2
Uh.
times a year.
2 times a year.
Yeah, you'll just put it there, you know. Or I'm invited,
Mm.
you know, to places like this, you know,
Eh.
where we can talk about it, you know,
To a couch, he means.
on a couch. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Hey, a lot of things went down on this couch.
Yeah, like, remember when we bought it and we're trying to move it
Move
into
it
the
in.
apartment?
And then create a session.
That, guys, you guys need to get your groups and just pray, man, you know? Like, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so on the, you're saying, okay, credibility now.
Yeah.
I think that works on the view people have of you.
Do you have
Eh,
credibility?
I'd like to think so.
I think you do.
Yeah. How would you,
Donna-
when you ask me that, what are you thinking of when you say credibility?
And
How's it
I
about
think
defined?
your work speaks for you, boy.
Yeah.
That's
but
credibility. Like, credibility to me is that
it's your
can SK deliver?
you know what I think of?
Yeah.
I think of it as like your own blue tick, like
SK.
yeah, like you're verified.
You're verified.
We know of you. We know what you produce.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying right
and
now.
we know you're that guy. You're credible.
Exactly. Like if I go into a space right now and they tell me now, I'm actually looking for an artist that can do this and this, like of my late grandma, I just want it to be so nice. And I say,
3
okay,
people are saying SQ already.
yeah, boy, I'm gonna be like, okay, you can try SK. Like I've been hearing about him. Don't you know?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's
I see what you're
credibility,
saying.
boy. Like right now in our industry, boy, it's a thing of people have been saying there's a whole hashtag that they must open up the industry. That also goes into credibility that I think a lot of directors are scared.
Rebulling.
Yeah, like if we,
Relokeling kara industry.
exactly,
Yeah.
you know, hey, want to be packed inside, but like when you're on set, can you actually deliver?
Can you deliver?
Because every director, dog, even in America, dog, every director, they have their actors, dog. Christopher Nolan loves working with what's his name, Cillian Murphy and also Tom Hardy
I know Tom Hardy.
because of credibility. You know,
He
they
knows
know
how what to expect when working with
exactly.
these people.
Then when you jump onto a new actor, it's you know, it's a thing of okay, cool. I don't know what you have, but you know, I'm willing to see.
Proper
And-
chance.
exactly, and also think about the budget. Also, like if it doesn't go well, there's so much money that has been spent already in
You
terms
know
of
what I'm
production.
saying?
But
Exactly.
so I would say you do have credibility, boy. You've done like so much, dog. Your credibility stands behind you. Look at that.
And then where would the cloud lie? I mean, cloud to me is like it's like temporary fame,
Yeah,
you know.
same.
And I think fame to some extent has a credibility to it.
What's it called? It's you are
Not seasonal.
no, you are what do you call something that pops up and it's loud for that minute?
Banshee. I don't know.
Like, for example, if someone comes up with a dance and everyone hops onto it for
A trend.
2 months, you're almost like a trend. I think the cloud versus credibility. Boy, I don't like that. Whatever you're painting there looks better than mine. I know you do this every day, but I think sometimes
I don't
boy,
do what you're asking me to do every day. I haven't painted in a while.
you use your hands every day
Yeah.
for creative purposes.
I mean, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
You know.
I just had to make sure like we're on the same
Yeah,
page.
of course.
Yeah.
Same canvas.
I'm sorry, man. You know, like yeah, I try sometimes.
Yeah. Which hand would you say on yours works harder, left or right?
Oh, Donna. Nah. I'm joking. Left. I'm left-handed.
You're
Are you
left-handed.
right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
That's unfortunate, bro.
What do you mean that's unfortunate? Everything's designed for my hand. What do you mean it's unfortunate?
I don't know, man. I'm joking, man. That's what people say about left, like you know,
Yeah,
Left-handed
I'm sorry
people.
for your loss.
really.
I was talking about your right hand.
Donna, I heard that left-handed people are the most creative people ever.
Subjective.
No, it's not.
I mean,
Tell
To
them
what
that I
extent?
helped you with this. I helped you carry it.
creatively speaking,
Isn't that good enough?
for creative purposes.
It wouldn't go where it's supposed to go without my help.
For creative purposes.
Man, I feel like you don't see me, dog.
No, I see you. I see you in
No, like I
4K.
feel like as a friend, nah, like you don't like see me, dog. I don't know, bro. Like, cause I try my best, dog. The only thing I can.
Look at this guy like a victim here. Yes, says.
Nah, I'm joking, boy. I'm joking. Hey, boy. There's something I want to talk about, and it's
Yeah.
quite sensitive, nah, but I know we've both experienced it in some way or the other, maybe even subconsciously.
Okay.
I want to talk about like relationships with people. Obviously, you're not the same person you were like 3 years ago.
I'd like to think so.
Yeah, whether you like it or not,
Yeah.
you're a brand now. It means that you can't move the same way you used to move when you were failing maths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Sorry. Yeah. But yeah, you know, like that means that a new you know, has been, you know, has been made. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you deal with losing people, like friends, relationships? You know, you lose people, though, because now you can't chill
Well, I'd like. Well,
at places you used to chill at. Things
you know,
change.
you know what's the best thing, man?
yeah.
Most of my friends are low maintenance. I haven't seen you in like 6 years.
Who?
You. Before we started chilling.
Oh,
together.
yeah,
I didn't see
yeah.
you for like 6 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Low maintenance. Like I have contact. That's fine. You know, all the friends
Ah.
I had back then, they're still my friends now. You know, so I don't think much has been lost, or maybe sacrifice time in like spending with friends and all that. But it feels like something I can catch up on.
Eish.
You
Boy,
know?
so you haven't even lost one person.
Not that I didn't need to lose.
Or there are people that you lost, like, you know.
I don't know if I lost someone like because of work.
No,
Like,
because
'cause of my
the
growth.
new you. Yeah, your
The
growth,
new-
boy. Yeah.
Nah, man.
Not even one.
I never lost anyone in my past
Uh,
because I became the person I am now.
hey, they were all waiting for your success, ne? They're
I'd like to think so. I don't know if they were waiting for my success, but like
No,
maybe
not
I
like
had
waiting for it, but like, you know.
let me just say I'd like to think I had good judge of character.
Yeah.
Like I met the right people and they stayed in the.
He's saying we're a good choice.
No, that I met him after. I get that. But yeah, you know, the same people we knew then, we still know now, and nothing much has changed. Like, we're good.
Okay.
Did you lose people?
Yeah, bro.
You lost people because you became you.
Not became me, but your values changed, you know?
So
Like there's certain stuff that I used to do in the past that I don't do now.
yeah.
Okay.
How
That I-
many months?
How many months what?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So-
6 years of sobriety.
Right?
Yeah.
I figured, man.
Yeah, man. Like, but I'm trying.
Yeah, but they don't know. When I met you at first. Yes, sis.
This is SK's favorite story.
Yes.
When he met me at
sis.
first.
The first time I met him, nah,
I was a good boy.
I don't know how we became friends, but this guy was a naughty. Like,
Yeah, guys, I was
naughty because we were kids, you know. So
I was very rebellious, man.
yeah,
you
hey,
know?
they shipped
Yeah.
him off to a different province. That's where I met him.
Guys, Ntwana, tell them how we met.
I'd like to think through church.
Yeah, I know we're derailing a little, but like, yeah, Ntwana,
Right.
we are talking about relationships.
Yeah, no.
Yo,
Our
so I'm sure-
relationship in this friendship started from church.
Good places to start a relationship.
You know, and I met probably the most naughty person in that church. And I
Yeah,
was like,
the
"You know what?
pastor."
That would be a good friend, you know. Like I don't know what drew me to a red flag, but you know, it's like, hey,
Some
that
red
guy-
flags look, you
that
know,
guy that
beige.
they kicked out of home. That guy would be a good friend. Like I just looked, I was like, yeah, that guy, he passes.
No, you saw the potential. You're like, Mara, when Ntwana, you know, when Ntwana, you could be something when one day.
Maybe you saw my light and you're like, this is what I need to
Yeah,
do.
Ntwana, you know, I walked
This
in
one
there.
I'm
I remember on that day at church, they were singing this little light of mine. This little light of mine.
And Ropanyan.
And I was seeing SK were shining. And I'm saying, is the little light here? And SK was just singing also. Guys, SK's got a beautiful voice. For those that don't know. SK sings very well, guys, if you guys didn't know.
Yeah.
He's there in the choir doing the
My favorite fans when I'm singing are deaf people. Like they love that stuff. You know, you're lip syncing, you can just put Mariah Carey on someone's voice. They love that stuff. Yeah, I'm saying.
Next thing you're gonna go for karaoke with the.
Yo, wait. You're supposed to go to karaoke singing.
Yeah, we did say we're gonna bounce. We'll
Yeah.
find a day. We'll find a day.
Again, my
Let's
friends
go
are
now.
pretty busy. So
Yeah, guys. Hey, we're all busy, guys.
Yeah.
You know, hey, adulting, boy. How you managing? Sorry, boy. Like in terms
how am I
of, like-
managing adulting?
Yeah, boy.
It's managing.
Are you used to being busy?
busy?
No.
No. I mean, I got used to it.
Yeah.
But I wasn't used to being busy. I'm just sitting waiting for something to happen, you know?
But something is always happening.
No, I mean like now I'm used to being busy. In fact, I prefer being busy.
Yeah.
I heard something, idle hands are for the devil or something like that back then. What is it? How does
An
it-
idle mind is a devil's factory.
That one, but I'm pretty sure I heard it differently.
Nah. Whoever taught you that didn't know English, bro.
Or the Bible.
The Bible was very good English.
No. They didn't know the Bible.
Or they didn't know the
Oh,
Bible.
yeah.
But
That's
it's not in the
possible.
Bible.
It's not. Where is it? Where
It's
I
just it's a code. It's it's a good.
Are you sure?
I'm 100%. I
It's not
got
Bible.
an A in English, bro. Whenever you come with the argument, man, call me.
You got an A in English.
Boy.
FAL.
This is what I was saying. Like, I don't know why he does this to me, bro.
Or maybe your extra class was A.
He knows I'm emotional, dog. But I did English 3 times.
I did it twice.
For real.
Yeah.
Then I feel like that's where we connect. Boy.
I did season 1 and season 2. Have you ever done grade 10, first year and second year?
Boy, I did grade 9, first year and second year.
And third year?
I think they got tired. I was those guys after failing, man. I come there, there's a new kid sitting on my chair. I'm like, this has been my chair since last year. Move.
You know, like they can't argue with that.
They can't
Like,
argue.
I just
Like,
got
what do you mean since
You
last
have
year?
365 days of experience with this chair.
Exactly.
You know,
boy.
it's bent like that because you know,
poison.
they don't know the
Exactly.
drawings under the way. You're
Boy.
documenting the
Boy,
failures.
now you're kicking these guys off your stick.
Nah, you're being a bully and
Like you have 5 chair pieces there, you know which they
who was the first person that put you on that like vouched for you?
I'm not sure, but I had a lot of cool signs.
Really?
Like when coming like a lot.
Name.
Actually, I was gonna get a laptop.
For real?
Yeah.
shout out to him. That's beautiful,
Yeah,
actually.
big bro. Shout out, big bro. So yeah, he Robot Boy.
Roboto.
Times 3. Yeah, he's always ready to help. He's very cool. Like
Bro, that is probably the most talented man in South Africa, dog.
yeah,
That guy can do
multi.
anything, dog.
Like when you see his talent and then you realize you don't even have one, you just look at you just sigh.
You just sigh, dog. Like, dog, after seeing
You know,
what
my
boy
biggest
can
question is
do,
where do you get that time? You know, talents I see, at certain things they need time.
Dog, how do you discover you can do all those things, dog?
At what point do you discover you can dance, ride a bike?
Like, what do your
and-
parents do with you, like, at orientation day? Like, what do you study to be? A doctor, engineer, everything?
You know what? I have a theory now. If you know all of that, maybe it was because you're not too focused on academics. I have a theory, you know. If you're like very good with like these different IQs, right? Like your athletic IQ and all that now.
Yeah.
If you're good in so many things there,
Yeah.
there's one thing that must take a hit. At least one thing must take a
Maths.
hit. And I know for you it was LO.
Boy.
You were case study number 1.
Boy.
You.
LO was difficult, dog. You see, dog, don't even say LO only. Say Sir LO. Put some respect on some. Hey, boy.
It broke you.
Nah, boy. LO didn't come here showing jokes, boy. Because I think whatever it was trying
level
to,
7, you're like, how did they get this?
whatever it was trying to teach me, I was fighting it. I think that's how I was feeling it.
I think LO you fail it if you're not a good person. I mean, if you think about what they teach.
He's doing it again.
No, if you think about what they teach.
No, I know.
You're agreeing with the problem.
Guys, he's saying I'm not a good person.
No, I
It's
didn't
fine.
say that. I didn't say that.
It's fine, man. Bro, my pastor watches the show, dog.
You must know your life. Next time he plays for you, you must understand
Bro, I'm in Usher Church. They don't do background checks anymore, so I'm good.
anymore. Hey, they were just there. At some point,
Just
the
there. They
background
don't know
got
the.
dark.
They don't know the.
I got stuck the background. Yeah, no, Pella, the pastor next time, he must know or understand why is he praying for this child.
Hey.
You know, he doesn't want to just say a blind prayer.
Prays for you, then he starts shaking. He's like, hey, you've seen a lot, man.
Okare wena, hey.
Yo, Ntwana, wait, I cut you short. You're still naming them. You said Robert Boy, Kulichana,
Boy,
who else?
Kulichana. I don't know to what extent I can also pull to see.
Oh, nice.
Pull to see, yeah.
For real?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the big sis there. You know, it's a lot of people, but I'm not also sure how to mention all of them. Like a lot of them are mostly cosigns. Like this guy does good stuff and all that. You know.
Oof.
Yeah. Also, other people that you might not even think, like the people in radio that also helped you, like just put you there. You know. There's
Hey, boy, everyone has got a helping hand, dog.
Hey, bruh, I'm the kid they talked about when they said they need a village.
Eish.
I'm not a one-man army, man.
Eish. Eish.
Online, maybe. But like in real life, yo.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You said the first person you gave your
Artwork too.
was Kabza.
The small.
Was it, bro?
It was Kabza the Small. It's not the first person I drew by far, but it was the first artist I got to meet. And the funny thing
I thought
is,
it was AKA, bro.
nah, I think that maybe that one was the one that blew up the most.
Oh, yeah.
So I got to meet Kabza this weekend. Next weekend I met Kabza and Uncle Vinny and
Okay.
other like artists, right? And then the next weekend I got to meet Jezik.
Oh.
And then it just kept flying. Every weekend my parents are like, Mara, this boy.
Do they understand
What
what
is
you're
he
doing?
doing? They didn't then, but they do now. They have to accept it.
Why do you think they understand now? Is it a forceful thing of, okay, this is what it's doing, there's nothing we can say, oh no, there's success.
You remember when I said like you have to hold something that you can be proud of, like a physical asset, or maybe make money.
Yeah.
It's easier to talk to your parents when you have money.
True.
Otherwise, wabanyaja.
Do you feel like they love you more when you have money? Do you feel like parents love you more when you have money?
No, they love you the same.
I'll tell you.
We're talking about the things they can accept. You know, we're talking about the things they can accept. It's easier to accept your child in what they're doing if you think it's nonsense even. But if they're
there's
making money,
exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
So they love you more when you have money.
They're more accepting
No.
to what you're doing when you have money.
I feel like the love. There's an income coming in there. Boy,
got another trauma.
no, boy.
Yeah, no
You
trauma.
know you have nothing to bring to the table, boy. They don't even call you for family meetings anymore, boy. We're just that uncle. We're just there, but no. We'll call you when we're done. Boy. No, it's a real thing, dog. It's a real thing, boy. I don't know.
Maybe they respect you more when you make money, but not love more.
Love.
Yeah, respect. Maybe they respect you more when you have money, because then now they can understand that this is a working man.
But do you think those are like bare minimums? Like, it's a prerequisite, dog. Do you feel?
To be respected.
No, like, that's what we're supposed to do. That's what they expect from us. They
Yes.
expect us to go out there, make a
Yes.
good life for ourselves.
We didn't say they were wrong.
Exactly.
They're not wrong for their
They're not
expectations.
wrong.
Like
They're not
they are
wrong.
fine.
That respect going down.
Exactly.
They're not wrong.
Yeah.
Because after investing so much in us, dog, I also feel like, we need to show something in return.
You must. They need to be. You are the investment they either didn't plan or plan to have.
Yeah, they mustn't call you
Now
a
they must
failed
get
investment.
returned.
Esh.
Yeah.
No, but I told them the risk on return, hey, it's quite huge. They didn't believe me. I told them, guys, if you invest in me here, the risk.
Marlwana ukarizwipa, like forex nyana. Acting is not a simple thing to just invest in. It's not. Could be in Postnet next day.
But we're making it happen, boy. Postnet, I'll be acting for those customers. Get a parcel. Where do you want it to go?
They can tell. Hey,
America,
you have a bright
then I
future
give them
if
an
only they
American
knew.
accent there.
They can see this one as a bright future behind them.
Exactly. You know what I've always said to myself?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what career I get into, boy. I'll make sure that I lead it.
You lead the thing, right?
If I become a
you have
lawyer,
to be a pioneer in that
exactly. I'm gonna make sure I'm the biggest lawyer in Africa. I don't know, dog.
You
Ambitious,
must.
boy.
I want a choice.
Ah, boy. Then what are you venturing into next? Is there something new that you wanna try? That you wanna share?
I'm working. I'm trying to. Ish. Could I say I signed? I don't know. But there's a couple NDAs signed. And NDAs normally mean a good thing, unless you're going to a Diddy party. You know, so there's a couple NDAs that are signed for good things, you know. Big money, I'm hoping.
Ooh, gonna eat the money.
Mang. Oh, now me, I send my checks home. You know, I send them home, see what my parents will do with it.
Yeah, but
you
SK
know.
is doing a lot.
That's
guys.
why,
You know, this bro, guys,
yeah,
major respect, boy.
you know, you must just, you can't just chow, man. You must
Yeah, I get that.
send it where you can, man, you know.
Yeah.
Maria gawa bona. Ragavet.
Yeah,
Scop
like
and
yo,
Donald.
guys, I have a lot of dogs, so I send it a lot, you know.
At home, nah.
Home. My dog need to eat,
Bobby,
boy.
Terry,
Exactly.
Spotty,
SK.
Rex. That's also in Romela Zaza.
You know, don't worry, I'm gonna do something nice for you, boy.
That's
See
what
this,
I
this is nothing. I bought you this. I knew, guys, when SK saw
You thought
this,
I was
boy,
I'm gonna have
he started
fun at
shivering
home.
with excitement. He's like, oh no,
That's
you did it.
great. That's
Yes, I did. He's like, you got me out. I'm like, yes, I did.
Oh, what do you got going on that people must be aware of? Where must they see you?
Who, me?
Yeah, tell them about that thing we had to check at the mall that time we were in Polokwane. The thing, why do we have to go and check at the specific, you know, tell them what to look for, where they can see you.
No. I did some work for a beautiful brand.
Yes.
So they told me that the work is in stores now. So I was just going there looking for the work in the store to see myself on the big screen in the store. But there was load shedding, so the screens there, they were off. Am I lying?
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You need friends like this that support you no matter what.
I didn't support this.
Okay.
But yeah, you know, for the humble guy over here, you guys can catch him on Jet on the screens.
Bro, I don't know, dog. Do you like being humble? Do you understand what being humble means?
Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm poor. I like to say to people, maybe I'm not humble, maybe I'm just broke. Can
Exactly.
you imagine if you had everything you wanted?
Yeah.
How hard is it to tiptoe
Then
around?
why do they tell us to be humble?
You don't have it all. Maybe. I don't know. What would humility mean to you? Is it humility or humility? Is that a word?
Humility.
Humility.
I like being, you see, humility.
Humility.
Humility I can exercise, but I don't know what being humble means.
Wait,
I
is
feel
that
like-
not the same thing?
Nah.
Okay, what is the act of being humble?
That's the thing. That's what I'm asking.
You did English
Guys,
try.
that's what you did English twice. That's why I knew it so well. Boy, I'm telling you right now.
Okay, fine. It's fine. Don't differentiate them. Let's talk about being humble. The act of being humble. What does that mean to you?
That's what I'm asking. I don't understand what being humble means, but humility I understand.
What is humility then?
Humility is based on, what's this? Empathizing. Being able to see another human being.
Empathize.
Yeah. You've got humility. Ubuntu. Humility is Ubuntu.
Ubuntu is so broad.
No, it's not.
Ubuntu.
Ubuntu is not broad, boy. It's
What does
one,
Ubuntu
it's
mean?
one definition.
What does Ubuntu mean?
Ubuntu ngumuntu ngabantu.
And that is not broad. We are talking about.
That's the phrase. Ubuntu is a word. So Ubuntu is
So then why is the
basically
definition a phrase then? What are you saying?
No, that's a South African phrase, but I'm going to tell you what Ubuntu is. Ubuntu,
you.
No, not even to me. This is like a pure definition.
If
Yo,
everyone
Ndwana,
else here agrees, away.
that looks nice. Ndwana, Ubuntu is like being considerate of the next person or the person, you know?
So
That's Ubuntu.
that ties into being humble.
That's the thing. What is being humble?
Mona, Ubuntu ase motho ke motho ka batho.
It's like right now when they tell you, okay, if you have money, you need to be humble. What do they mean?
If you
Don't
have
show
money,
off.
don't show off your money. But
Why not?
I'm saying, ne, what if you're not humble? You're just broke. Like imagine if you had everything.
Circumstances.
You're not humble. It's just right now you just don't have it. Whatever it is that was gonna break your guys humility. Come on, it has to be a word, but it's fine. That word, ne, there has to be something that ticks it. Like, boy, what if I'm not humble? I just don't have a Ferrari. What if I had it? It's hard to show that I don't have it. I'm driving it everywhere.
Okay, with what you have, okay, you have more than most. Let's start there.
Most people have a car.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
How many 23-year-olds have cars? That they
I don't know,
That
you
they
know,
bought on
I-
their own. Thank you.
I haven't checked the statistics as of recent.
And no, let's work with what you have right now. Because there are levels to this shit, dog.
Okay,
Let's
fine.
be honest. How many
Fine. What-
23-year-olds have like apartments of their own?
Okay, what if, like I'm saying, ne?
Mm.
What if, yeah, I'm humble now because I have those things, ne?
Mm.
But you know, it's nice entry level things for a person that's a grown up. It's a grown up.
Yeah,
Ne?
yeah.
What if I had things that are over the, like, what if my wealth was gluttonous? Like, I just have too much of everything. What if then you're not humble now? Now, what if that was the last straw of being humble?
I feel like sometimes when people say be humble, they put a chain around success. That, okay, no.
Like, don't aim for the stars.
Yeah, Ntwana,
Nah.
like, Ntwana, I always line up being humble with being modest, you know? There's a difference, dog. Showing off is not the opposite of being humble, dog. You know?
Is it your approach towards it that might
Yeah, boy, because I've never really understood what being humble is. I feel
sit
like,
down?
you see what I
be
mean?
humble.
Maybe I'm here to learn. I'm here to unlock that,
You can, as a
maturity
human, you
chain.
can never stop learning.
Exactly, dog.
You know?
So what are you, in terms of learning, actually, what are you unlearning about success? And what are you learning about success?
It's not overnight, but I'll still work as if it's overnight because
Tell them, boy.
I'm not as patient as
Yeah.
is a lot of people. You know, like
Yeah.
I'll work on something now
Mm.
because I want it to happen tomorrow,
Yeah.
and it doesn't happen tomorrow. I'll work on it tomorrow so it can happen the day after that.
Uh,
You know, I don't. Do you believe in a 5-year plan?
yeah.
Damn. So for me, I don't. Like, let me not say I don't believe in a 5-year plan.
Spontaneous way.
I'd like to put whatever you think you can achieve in 5 years. I'd like to achieve it now.
Why?
This year. Because why am I waiting that long? I mean, there's things you have to be patient with, but in between your patience, what are you doing to get them? Like, you have to be patient
Mm.
to get a house just so your credit can go up.
Yeah.
But what are you doing to get your money up so your credit can look better faster?
Oh, I get what you're
You
saying.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you can be, your 5-year plan could be in a year if you, like, put a lot of focus into it, not even time.
But don't you think you and I are speaking from, privilege?
What form of privilege? I'd like to
Like
say maybe mindset-wise.
The privilege of opportunity.
Yo,
Remember, we
we're both from Limpopo, dog.
no, but I get that. Yeah, we're both from Limpopo,
Sure.
and we've both had like the opportunity to do big stuff.
Well, go to
I'm not saying,
school
I'm not saying we didn't work hard for it.
Yeah.
We did, but being where we are right now is a privilege,
It is.
Yeah, because there are so many people that did exactly what we are doing and still failed.
Think about it like this now.
Uh,
The reason I'm asking to what form of, like, privilege.
uh,
Are they acting schools in Limpopo?
no.
Where you're from? You had to come here, right?
Yeah.
That was a chance. That was a risk you took, right?
Yeah.
I don't think risks would count with privilege. Are you privileged in this risk you took? Can that happen like that? I think you just jumped off a boat and hoped you could swim.
Nah, I hear what you're saying, but remember, I could leave my hometown with 3 other people that want to pursue acting. We've
Yes.
both risked something, and one of us could make it.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying.
Where
just-
where would the privilege lie in that? That's what I'm arguing.
where would the privilege lie in what? In
In
both
that
of us
it-
leaving home.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about
It would
maybe
lie.
a privilege.
It would lie in the one that's successful, that you were privileged
Okay.
enough to get.
So you're privileged only when you succeed.
Okay, let me. Yeah, there's a form of
Ah.
privilege that I
You
promise
can be
boy.
privileged in your failure too.
Let me tell you what your privilege is.
Okay.
Privilege in your failure.
No, like you are privileged enough
Uh.
to go to the best institute. You went to Harvard. You went to all these things.
Uh.
Your family members are in good places, so nepotism, bona. But you're still dumb. Like, can you imagine
Yeah.
you failed at that part, but you're still privileged enough to have all that?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm coming from it like as a privilege of hard work, boy. Like us, because I'm putting
You
us
can't
onto
be
it.
privileged for hard work.
Oh, you can.
We can argue the whole.
You can have the
Now.
privilege of opportunity, boy.
Yes.
Like what I'm saying is that we can have 3 actors here in Ntwana,
Yes.
but then
It's
they
a
might
num-
not all get the same opportunities
Then you're
that
talking
I'm
about
getting.
a numbers game.
What do you mean numbers game?
It's in the ratio now. Now you have 3 towards 1 opportunity. One has to pop up.
Ntwana, we can all go for 3 auditions
Sure.
right now. Or we can all go to 1 audition, three friends. And it happens a lot. Then you get it and I don't.
Okay.
You're privileged. You're privileged enough to get the job.
Then
It's
that
not-
makes everything a privilege. That would
It
make most
is.
things a privilege.
Everything is a privilege,
Then it
boy.
means
You
there's,
can-
there's
I
then,
mean, Ntwana, we can't call it luck.
then there's almost no people with no privilege.
Everyone has a privilege.
Exactly. Then what are you
Yeah.
saying? If everyone has it, do you still consider it a privilege? Wouldn't it be standard?
I think that privilege is subjective. Yeah?
What do you guys think in the comment section?
What do you guys think in the comment section?
Like
What are you nodding towards?
We need more.
He's looking.
He's like, there's no way. There's no way.
He's looking at me. He's like, don't do that. Guys, SK's got this face he makes when I'm not making sense. He sits back and he looks at me. He's like, Ghana, I forgot. The reasoning here is crazy. I'm like, you need to take it easy, dog. I'm very young. A lot of people don't know how old I am, but I'm quite young.
Yeah, I keep telling them like 26 is a very huge. Yadala, boy.
Yeah, man. Rajala, man.
We just celebrated your 21st
Rajala.
birthday.
Ntwana, how do you work with your visibility?
Visibility.
Yeah, like, I know that's a crazy word, but like, do you just decide I'm going to this event? Or are you subjective of that now? That
It's better if I'm invited, then I know the purpose I'm there for.
Oh, I like that. You don't just leave the house, ne?
Yeah. It's better when you have a purpose to why you're going where you're going.
What does overexposure do to you?
Overexposure.
Yeah.
I'm scared to be where, let's say, Casper is in terms of visibility.
Why?
Can you imagine not being able to go buy bread, bro? Amaz Uber eats bread to me. The World Cup for rugby when South Africa won, it was the same week I met Aries and Sia Kolisi. So the problem was when I came to Josie with them. Remember, I don't have a place to stay in Josie.
Yeah, at the time.
At the time, I don't have a place to stay in Josie.
Yeah.
Now I must make a plan. I'm like, you know what? Let me just go with these artworks. By God's grace, something will happen.
Yeah.
I just trust God. You know, I don't have a plan. I don't have contact to any of these people. I just want to see what will happen. I go there. I start posting my things. They start trending. Good shot. I'm hoping.
Hey, boy. God is on your side.
One way, ne?
Yeah.
Aries, I get in contact with them. Nice. I meet him. We do the handover. Look, I get what I need.
How does that work? How do you contact these people? DM, email? What do you do?
I don't remember ever being in email with like a celebrity. Maybe Bonang, Bonang with email, but not anyone else.
Oh,
no one. So maybe DM. DM is the easiest way. It's quick.
Yeah.
Like you have direct access to the person, or they have direct access to you.
Most of them follow you, so.
I mean, now.
Oh, okay. Now. Sorry. We.
Yeah. So fine. Aries, I didn't know how I was gonna meet him, but he hit me up, or he commented, and then things just hit it off from there. Met him. He came to me at least. You know, it's you know when you don't have a budget.
Yeah.
Going there. At least he came to me. I was so thankful for that. And then we got to do the handover and thing. And then Sia Kolisi. That is the same week or weekend. They just came back from where the World Cup was.
Yeah.
They landed
and
here.
they had won it, boy.
They won. We don't lose.
We don't lose.
No.
Oh.
Imagine being a bunch of losers. We don't
no
do
DNA,
that.
just RSA.
Dango,
just SK.
The Bokkers.
Oh.
So, Fede, everyone's at the airport. They piled up there. That day, I have to leave back to Josie. I have to leave, back to PLK. I have to leave back, go to PLK. The shuttle is coming. He's waiting. He's coming on the way. And now it's me, Keith, and another friend of ours, Gaddafi. Now, we have to go. I'm at the Starbucks. Even I'm buying a phone. That day was nice.
You're buying a phone?
I bought this phone, chief. Yeah, I buy the phone. Ne? No, was it the phone? Look, I bought something from Apple.
Okay.
iStore. Fading. I get there, we're at Starbucks, we're chilling, or we're just waiting for the shuttle to tell us what's what. Because we already checked out where we stay. I get a DM from Sia Kolisi. Because he landed, right? And I wasn't sure how I was going to meet him.
What did he say?
I must meet you. Where are you? He tells me where he is right now. He's at the Tambo. They're still there, just chilling. But now the crowd has dispersed. Everyone's gone home to do their things. Fine, Fede. I am like, okay, fine. Okay. Hold it together. Now I must make a plan. The shuttle guy is coming. You know what I'm saying? I call him, I explain to him, my brother, maybe not gear 5, you know. Maybe 4, 3. You know,
let's gear down.
Maybe you must just slow down, you know. I explained to him the situation. He's like, Fede, there's plenty of people to drop off here, my brother. Don't worry. I'll pick up everyone.
I've got time.
It's fine. Work. We take a car train straight to our Tambo. No. I ordered an Uber. God puts a V200D there, you know, like a something, yeah. No?
Okay.
Yeah, I Uber there and it comes a V-Class. That was my first time, I think, first time in that type of V-Class, you know.
Ooh,
so I felt pretty privileged. You know, privileged with that opportunity. You are born. So, Fade, I get there and now I have to meet him. Again, fake. I don't even know how this is going to happen. Like, it's just by God's grace, it must just happen.
Yeah.
All I did was get a text. The rest must happen by God. You know? I get there. We're dealing with security now. The bro doesn't want us to get in. I'm like, I got a DM from security.
I
Like,
thought
he's
you're
the
like
one
one of
saying I
those
must
guys in the
come.
movies,
Now I
bro,
look
like,
like the fanboy that's
I
going
know the
crazy.
manager, like, I know the
Yeah,
manager,
like, he's
yeah.
going crazy here. Nah. He's like, no, Marinian could have done this. I'm like, yo. I can't explain how a blue tick makes this better, but it's fine. I tell him, hey, they don't want me to see you. I'm blaming this guy. Right now, we're blaming this guy. He video calls me. I'm like,
He
"Fade."
video calls you?
Yeah, he video calls me. So he's video calls. I'm like, bruh, this guy doesn't want me to see you.
Crazy.
This guy doesn't want me
Did
to
you
see
do that?
Yeah, this guy doesn't want me to see you. Hey, he sees, oh, Captain, how are you? Sure. Hey, like, let them in. That's my guest. He's like, let them in. That's my guest. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm going with the artwork clean. Who's going to take the picture? I can't take a selfie with the artwork that big.
Yeah, you can't.
You know what I'm saying?
Weren't you with Keith?
I was with Keith, but he's
No,
outside.
okay.
They are only allowing one person inside.
One person?
One person.
It's
bro.
sad.
Fine, Fade. I tell them, yeah, my blue's outside. They also don't want him to get in. He tells the guy, quick, fast, hey, man, let's sort this out. Come on, man. They are my guests. Let them in. Fade. Very kind man, very tall, kind man. Fade. We get inside. We take the pictures. I already scheduled I'm going to post these things tomorrow. I sent to my mama's. I'll show that I worked.
Yeah.
You
What
know.
did your mom say?
Bruh, she didn't say anything. I started trending before I even posted them. I posted them. My family members posted. I saw myself on so many statuses. I was like, huh?
You didn't know you had
I
this
sent
cousin.
this.
Like, are we family? I didn't know. Like, I'm finding out today that we family.
I'm dead. But yeah, some people take pride in you now.
Yeah, then you know why you're doing something
That was
nice.
basically the moment where I was like, hey man, here I must just let God. Here I'm faking it till I make it, but God will make this one happen. I don't know what's gonna happen.
And it came through.
It came through. And then I caught the shuttle on time. We went home. That's the day I realized the Uber price from the airport.
Yeah, it's crazy, boy. I'm not gonna lie, it's crazy too.
Insane.
Nah, it's quite crazy.
You must not do a review.
That's a dope, man.
You must do a review. You've been signing for the past 15 minutes.
I know mine is very nice, though. You don't just show off nice things.
Yeah.
You take your time.
Get me.
Sure.
Try that.
Oh, Donna. So, Donna, I've heard about the fake it till you make it moment. Look what I'm doing.
Do it.
It's brutal. You're confusing me here. I was doing so well until you spoke to me. I want to hear about a time you thought, you had made it, but then you realized, shit, there's still more.
Not done.
Yeah. How was that for you, boy?
You
You know when you work hard, you're like, okay, dude, I feel like I'm putting in all the work. Then you're like, okay, I think I can relax now. Then boom, reality hits. You're like, nah, actually, this is not the place where we rest. We still have more to do.
have you ever not been able to afford what you're doing? You have
Yeah,
to pay for the
tough.
auditions, you have to pay for whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got to a point, now I'm doing glass. Glass is not a cheap
Yeah,
art
true.
style, you know.
Glass is expensive.
If you can't afford what you're doing,
Yeah.
you must work harder. So when I saw that, glass price is like crazy, I'll have to only work when I get some money. So I had to work on how to get clients so I can afford the work I do. So that was the moment.
Did that change your definition of success?
Nah, my definition of success, it stays the same.
What does
No.
success look like to you? I never asked you that, eh?
If I can find myself comfortable or succeeding in the passion I have, it is a form of success. It's a success.
Okay.
A lot of things are successful
True.
things
true.
to be, but that's my success.
Where do you want to
If
be? Where do you want to live?
Where do I want to live?
Yeah. Please don't say you're not next to me. Yo, please, yo.
Next to you.
I don't want to be your
I don't want
neighbor,
neighbors,
dog.
bruh.
Yeah,
Hey,
me
you,
too.
man,
bro.
hey,
Hey, when I was 20,
hey,
yo.
every day.
Every day.
Sugi,
escape.
boy, escape.
He's always knocking on my door. This guy. Ish.
No. I would have mind staying in Limpopo, but maybe a different part.
You don't
You
want to be
know.
home.
No. I wouldn't mind staying in Limpopo, but a different part, or Cape Town.
Not Polokwane. Cape Town.
Or Cape
Let's
Town.
go to Cape Town, my
Yeah,
boy.
that's the other side of the family. So there I know.
To wrap it up, boy. I don't know, boy. Like, what are you still working on? You know, I don't know. Ndwana, tell the
Campaign
people-
things, boy. Campaign
What,
things.
what
I'm
can
trying
the
to
people expect from you? Like, you know.
expect to see me in stores
Yeah.
on something I'm working on.
Yeah.
Clothing wise, also operating.
Ow.
You know, winter's coming.
They can't know everything in
Winter,
detail. Mate. They
you're
must
not in
just know-
detail. We are still
Yeah.
signing things. here,
Yes.
You know? It's a long
NDAs.
signature. We can't talk too much, but you know, my things will be on TV. They'll be in stores, and they'll be on the gram. This is things I'm working on
Everywhere.
everywhere.
I think just throw away your phone if you don't like him, and your TV, because it's gonna be everywhere.
And
It's
your
about to be
radio.
everywhere.
Because you're gonna be seeing me a lot.
And your radio.
And
And your car.
radio, and your radio. You
Do you
know,
wanna tell them about the art piece behind?
this is Java.
Okay.
This is like I said, my playlist.
This is nice.
You know, I'm still yet to meet him. This is a beautiful artwork I made of him. I wanted to get it while he was in his best Zulu attire.
Ish, boy, I like how you did the beard, boy.
Yo,
You got
even
it
me.
cuts also.
Even me.
Ish.
Hey, everything's a surprise to me, yeah. But yeah, it took so long, you
2
know.
weeks.
I'm not too good about speaking about my artworks, you know.
Yeah,
But
like
I like doing this. I enjoyed the process of doing this. It's pretty hard because you're working on a black canvas and you're putting white.
yeah,
So there's a lot.
yeah.
I was fighting against here.
Only SK can get black glass, guys. I've never seen black glass anywhere. Like, yo. Crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it from SK Original. And thank you so much for catching us on Healing and Humor. Boy, tell them where you are, boy.
We're here. Humor or healing,
Yeah.
whichever way you wanna
That's
say
big,
it.
that's big.
Kinete, wabona re tshegare fola,
Yes.
type shit.
But fair too, we've got a new intro, guys. That is it from SK.
Skaba shy. But gentle.
Ta-da! This is what I painted.
Wow.
It's nice, ne?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that
You seem like a father that doesn't
Thing.
know,
they kids birthdays.
that can't tell his son that he did bad. You're giving me trauma right now, like PTSD.
Hey, your father was like that. I might not tell you. I'm fine.
Did horrible.
I'm fine. Idiarab.
But this is good. Show them yours.
Hey,
Show them
dear
yours.
Rabbi, they-
Show them yours.
So I did this, my biggest inspiration. You know why? Because this guy was always out for the bag.
Eddie
no
and
matter how
Eddie.
many times he failed, Brew was out for that bag. You know, he
What are this guy selling? Gumballs. Those jawbreakers.
Jawbreakers.
Yeah. That's a dope
Coins,
show.
anything, a scam, everything.
Aye,
They're working on it. Yeah, but this is the biggest one. Thank you.
If any of you have been scammed, DM SK.
For what?
Boy.
There's a scam hotline. There's fraud hotlines there.
Your
DMing
numbers
me.
are there.
For what?
Guys will DM me, I'll give you his numbers, so that you can just call him and help you with any investigations. Hey guys, peace out. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Nazog, eh?